Oh shit. Hey y'all, happy what's today? Thursday. I had a client, but she wanted to take a break today, so I figured I'd go ahead and just come on live and see what y'all are up to. I think I might do some free readings today. Hey Peachy. Because my gifts are different and something weird is going on. It's not weird. I mean, I know what's going on, but I feel like my gifts are appearing in a different way. And it's just, I don't know. I need to practice because it feels more like it's coming from the inside of my body than the outside of my body. And I'm used to being able to pick up on vibrations and feelings external of myself. But it hasn't been working that way recently. So I wanted to hop on here and see what's going on. Hold on, let me see who else is on here. Yeah, so I wanted to hop on here and see if I can do some free readings and stuff today, just so that I can practice and get my weight up, because I'm very used to picking up on feelings and vibrations, so this just feels really different. So I think I might do some one question reading. So if y'all are interested, drop a question in the chat that you're looking for the answer to. And we can kind of get this going. But yeah, my gifts have been like really weird in these last couple of, hold on, let me tell my Patreon I'm on live. But yeah, my gifts have been really weird recently, like since my birthday. I've realized that I'm just speaking now and it feels like it's coming from the inside, but I'm used to being able to feel a vibration or something outside of me and just interpret that. So what I've realized is that it feels more like an embodiment, meaning like I just know truth, if that makes any sense. And it feels like I am reacting to what people are asking me before my mind has a chance to catch up to what is going on. So I feel like that's strange. And so I wanted to do some readings today just to play around with it a little bit. Because another thing that I've noticed as well is that I'm able to pick up on people's like flame lineages, and I'm able to pick up on people's past life memories. I'm able to pick up on a lot of different random things that I feel like I maybe were there, but I just didn't have any awareness or any attention on it. So yeah. So I think what I want to do is some one question reading. So if you guys are struggling with something right now, or you have a question that you need answered that I can tap into, I'm going to do a couple of those. Let me put on some background music and turn it down real quick so that y'all can't hear it, but I need to hear it. Hey, D. So yeah, I didn't really have an agenda or anything today. I just wanted to hop on because I feel like I have only been hopping on Wednesday when I'm doing like the readings. And right now, what I'm actually doing is working on flame lineage readings, which is me being able to, channel for people and figure out where they come from a soul level, but also the codes that they hold that they're supposed to be awakening to right now in this life. So I'm working on that. I'm working on redoing human design so that it basically tells you how your energy is supposed to be embodied in this reality through flame remembrance. And then I'm also doing spiritual mentorship, and I think I'm gonna start I might get rid of like the energetic profile thing altogether. And I think what I might do instead is like 3-month or 6 month fast tracks on how to get people in alignment with they soul's energy as well. So I got a lot of new stuff that I'm working on right now. That kind of go with what I've been talking about on Wednesdays, which is the soul alignment, which is Atlantis, Mu, all the other things. So yeah. Maybe I should have put in the description that I was doing free readings. So okay, oh damn. Put out another wig. Hey love. You are so very welcome. Hold on, let me put this. Okay. Is me moving to, hey Mystic, is me moving to California to live with my daughter best for me? So when you ask a question, Spirit doesn't answer like yes and no questions. Spirit answers what's for your highest good type of question. So I'm gonna do it based off of that. Hold on, let me turn this music off because I ain't gonna be able to concentrate if I do that. So what's for your highest good is the way that it's gonna come through. It's not gonna come through like, should I do something, yes or no, because you have free will. It feels like that there are some benefits to this, but it also feels like there's some comfortability at home where you are and not wanting to change positions or not wanting to give up what you have going on. I don't know if that means like a business or if that means being around family. But it feels like it's a benefit. It's gonna be determined based off of what it is that you actually want to do right now in life, and you making a choice not out of her necessity for you or her need for you, but out of something that you genuinely want to do. Hey, unique element. Yes, yes, pretty. Go ahead. I'm not doing any general readings, but if you have a question, you can drop it in the chat and I can look at it for you. Hey, Cosmic Beauty. But Peachy, it feels like it's some benefits there for you, but there is a little bit of resistance. And I don't know if that's you not wanting to get uncomfortable or if you've been where you are for a long period of time. But I feel like it could be a new beginning for you, for sure. Pretty, did you have a question? I don't know why I'm hot right now. Well, while you're doing that, let me grab my cards and see if I can give you more information, Peachy. Because for some reason, I'm feeling money is coming up. So I don't know if you're worried about finances or finding a position out there. Or just the cost of living in California, which is fucking astronomical. I can tell you that from personal experience. Okay, so I don't want to answer any questions about is this person like right for me or me and this person going to get back together. If you have to ask that question, I mean, I think you understand. I think you should know what's going on with that. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got, Peachy. Peachy, I'm getting again that there might be some opportunities, a lot of potential there, specifically when it comes around business and you, some karmic justice, meaning that as long as you make conscious decisions and you align yourself properly, it seems like things will work out for you. But yeah, y'all, I don't want to answer any questions about are me and this person right for each other? Are me and this person about to get back together? Like, if you have to ask that, then it's not aligned. Okay? Anything that comes in love does not come in force. You shouldn't be chasing anything like that anyways. But anything that comes in love is not going to come in force. You're not going to have to chase it down. You're not going to have to wonder about it. You're not going to have to be confused about it. Hey, Shira. Hey, Stony. I'm actually doing pretty good. I'm working on some new things, some new services and stuff recently around flame lineages and getting people into alignment with their soul, helping people to remember. So I'm putting together a couple of different services right now, which are interesting because I just have never looked at life through this perspective that I'm looking at life through right now. And it's like I'm not searching for anything anymore. It's more so me just understanding things, or me just getting things, or me understanding what I'm supposed to actually be doing, instead of me having to search for something. My mom and I are not speaking due to past communication issues. Not sure how to handle it. It kind of feels like there's a lack of autonomy there, and I don't know if mom is still trying to control you in some type of way, or you have to people please when you are around her. But it feels like a toxic situation, and it feels like that you made the right move for you in that moment, T. I believe that too. I just needed to get confirmation. I'm pretty much made up my mind. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of potential there. Feels like there's a lot of potential there, my love. Hold on. Who was I just reading? Somebody asked me. My mom and I are not speaking. Yeah, it feels like there's a lack of autonomy there, and like it requires you to bend, and it requires you to be a version of yourself that you don't necessarily want to be anymore. It feels like you've kind of outgrown the situation, and there's a lack of accountability, a lack of maturity, a lack of emotional intelligence. So I guess you're going to have to decide whether or not you can tolerate that, if you want to come back into communication with her, because it feels like there was some relief when y'all stopped talking. You're right. I left with no closure. That's why I asked. Thank you. No problem, boo. It doesn't feel like that situation is something you should be going back to, though. Because it feels like inconsiderate. Somebody was being inconsiderate of you, not considering your needs. Okay, sorry. T, did that make sense for you? This is right on point. Thank you. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to say that. So let me go back up. Who else said something? Okay. Will my money situation get better? It actually feels like it's a little bit of a journey in front of you right now. It feels like some things are being cleared so that you can be more aligned. But I feel like a lot of worry about money. I feel a lot of worry about independence. And it feels like that worrying is causing delays. So it's really important that you kind of trust in the process right now, because it feels like there's a little bit of a long road ahead of you. I don't think it's going to happen right now. I think that these things had to kind of happen to move things around for you. Okay. But there also needs to be a level of trust, because you're worrying about it, you're stressing about it, you're obsessing about it, and doing things based off of fear is just causing delays. Okay. Trust where you are. Any suggestions on what crystals to sleep with that help me to remember my dreams more? I would say take some mugwort's tea. Really, I would mix mugwort's tea, Egyptian blue lotus, and cinnamon, or mugwort's tea, Egyptian blue lotus, and basil, and drink it before you go to sleep, so that can help you to lucid dream. Mugwort's tea is really, really good for that. It tastes like ass, but it really helps. Crystals, I would say blue tiger's eye is good for psychic gifts. Amethyst is also another good one. But I would try to do it through herbs, okay, or through oils. Also, another tip for that is setting an alarm clock for the middle of the night, getting up for 45 minutes, and then going back to sleep. And when you go back to sleep, don't put a pillow underneath your head, put a pillow underneath your legs, and then lay on your back flat. And if you don't lay on your back and you can't lay on your back, lay on your left side. That usually is going to trigger you into a dream. Okay. Did that make sense for you? Who was that? Who was I just talking to? Dangerous. Okay, I didn't see you put nothing in the chat, so I'll pay attention. But who said something else after that? Okay. Hey, Kingdom. No hearts. What is Spirit saying I need to do to continue to be in a peaceful space? I don't know why my pens is acting like this. To be honest, it feels like you trying to be in a peaceful space is causing problems. And what I mean by that is toxic positivity. You have to feel where you are, and it feels like you're not acknowledging where you are right now, because you keep trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong, if that makes sense. So instead, you got to kind of feel where you are right now. I feel like some things are coming up that are meant for you to heal, and that's why there has been some resurfacing of the past. You need to actually acknowledge those things, though. Don't let them, don't shove them back underneath. They're coming up for a reason. And I think true peace comes from dealing with the things that come up when they come up. Don't try to be positive if you're not actually feeling positive right now. Thank you. She's thinking about what's best for me, but I would be leaving where I've lived forever. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like there's some resistance there, and it's not a situation that you actually want to do. Don't do it because of her. Do it because it's something you want to do. It feels like there is a lot of potential, but you have to make conscious decisions that are aligned with what you actually want. Okay. Am I currently on the trajectory of where my life should be with finances, love, and health? Tanisha, it actually feels like you're doing a lot of work around that. I feel like there's still a lack mindset a little bit. And it feels like control. I don't know if you're trying to control everything, but there's a need for you to kind of release control and just learn how to go with the flow a little bit. It feels like things are coming together for you, though, and it feels like things are lining up. It actually feels like your ancestors are moving some things for you. But it's the lack mindset and trying to control everything. That's what I would be focusing on right now. Learn how to enjoy it while you have it. You know, enjoy the process of you getting it, because it feels like there's a little bit of controlling energy when I tap into that. Jacqueline, why do I feel so lost in life? Lots of endings. Yeah, it feels like you don't really know yourself very well. And it feels like you've kind of just been living in survival mode, going with the flow. So everything is kind of being cleared so that you can get in more alignment with who you truly are. I feel like you've been recently called to heal. And I don't know if you actually taken the steps to do that. It feels like a huge resistance to the unknown, resistance to change, Jacqueline. So you need to actually get back in connection with yourself, because it feels like you're far in separation. And I don't know if that was because you were trying to belong. That's what it kind of feels like you were trying to belong to something, or you were trying to feel accepted. Okay. But those days are over for you. It feels like there's a big call for you to heal right now. Okay, it's going to be, I've been going with the flow lately. Okay, good. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. How do I get past not having my own space and looking outside of myself for a safe space? How do I get past not having my own space and looking outside of myself for a safe space? Can you clarify that for me, love? What do you mean? Like, are you living with somebody? Is that what you're saying? And you're trying to find a safe space, meaning like the place that you're living does not feel safe? This guy left me with no closure after I told him about my HSV, and it hurt me. We were together. I'm sorry to hear that, love. And you don't have to put it multiple times in the chat. I'm looking at all the comments, but I'm really sorry to hear that. It's unfortunate, but people are allowed to make the decisions that they want to make that are best suited for them. So I mean, I wouldn't take it as like an inadequacy or you're not enough on your side. But just respect his autonomy and respect his decision. It doesn't seem like he wants to come back into connection, and even if he does, he's going to give you the bare minimum. Hey, TC. I'm sorry, love. I'm trying to stay positive, so it hurts. Yeah, and the reason why I feel like it hurts though is it feels like an inadequacy issue. It makes you feel like you're not enough. But you need to actually just deal with that issue, deal with what you're feeling, and stop needing him to validate you. Because I feel like even if it did come back around, it's not going to be the same. Because he feels different. And what I hear is betrayal. I don't know what that means, but I hear betrayal. So maybe he feels betrayed for something. Betrayed for something. Not giving me a choice. So yeah, what can I do to recall dreams? Is there something I can do to help with decoding? Just set your intentions, love, before you go to bed. Make sure that you keep in a dream journal. You're welcome, Jacqueline. Hey, SLC. Thank you again. Despite my apprehension, I feel like it will be best for me. Okay. It feels like it's a lot of potential there, my love. So yeah, don't be afraid to step out into the unknown. Just try it on facades and see what happens. Hey, Celine. Yes, I live with family and it's not when I was younger. Oh, sorry. And it was not when I was younger. So I'm working on my root chakra. Oh, it wasn't safe when you were younger. Okay, got you. Let me go back up to your original question. How do you feel safe in that environment? Oh, you crave to make a safe space. Yeah, it feels like they're not going to be able to give you what it is that you're looking for, though. To be honest, it feels like people who are self-serving, people who are only looking out for their own good. And it also feels like that they are, I don't want to say bashing, but that's the word that's coming up, like bashing or dimming you in some type of way. Talking bad about you in some type of way. That's what it feels like talking down on you. That's what it kind of feels like, okay? If you want a safe space, you're going to have to create it. And I think that you can't really heal in an environment that hurts you. You know, and if the people in that environment haven't changed, it's really hard for you to get what you need out of the environment. I don't think you're going to get it from those people. So you need to go and find your community elsewhere. Go where you're received outside of that. But I also feel like that's your comfort zone, though. And it might be hard for you to make genuine connections because of a relationship. And it feels like your relationship with a mother figure or a mom type of figure is really hard for you to make those connections with other women. But you're going to have to learn how to communicate. That's what I heard. You're going to have to learn how to communicate and just put yourself out there a little bit more. I love when I see people who utilize their gifts to really help. Oh, thank you, boo. Could I book a reading with you? Yes, babe, you could. They're available on my website. It's www.bigtaj.com. I believe maybe she's doing readings, came in late too. Yeah, I'm doing some readings just because my gifts are different right now. And it actually making me feel weird because it's like I know now from the inside instead of me being able to pick up on a vibration, which is just strange to me because I've never had my gifts come through like this. But I understand that I'm integrating right now and I'm going through an embodiment to where I move or shift more into just pure knowing instead of picking up on my external environment. So in a way, the reason why I'm doing some readings is because my mind is having trouble catching up with my gift, meaning that I just start talking and I know that it's true, but my mind takes a second to catch up. So there's a little bit of doubt. And so I need to practice more with this new energy, because it makes me feel a little disconnected, even though I know what I'm feeling is true. It's just I'm having a mental thing that's going on with me right now because I've never had my gifts like this. And I also was like a kid who was hyper vigilant, meaning like I had to kind of feel who was coming in the door because I wasn't always in a safe environment. And now I can't feel that. I can't feel what's happening outside of me anymore. It's coming from the inside. And I'm not going to say that I don't like it. It's just unfamiliar for me right now. And so that's why I'm doing readings today, just because I need to practice this gift more. Or like the way that my gifts are coming through, I need to practice them more, because it feels like people ask me something and my body starts talking before my mind has a chance to register what is happening, which is just kind of, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep doing it until it feels comfortable, because it just feels strange. This is my first time here. I love it here. Thank you, boo. Hi, Louisa. I do this. Yeah, it's strange. When we go to your website, do we come back here for the reading, or is it just a one-on-one? No, if you go book through my website, it's a one-on-one. You can either book a 30-minute reading or an hour reading. And in that reading, I'm just tapping into everything that you want me to tap into. I talk to your ancestors, your higher self, whoever comes through. And I tell you what you need to know right now to move you towards the next stage. So I do general life readings, which is basically telling you what is your problem right now that you need to work on to get you to the next step. And I do mediumship readings, which is connecting with a past loved one that's passed away. So no, that'll be a one-on-one reading. It'll be recorded, so you'll get a copy of the reading afterwards. And it'll be, depending on what you select, either 30 minutes or an hour. For now in the chat, I'm just having y'all drop a question and I'm seeing what I can feel. Okay. Same for me. That's confirmation. Thank you for that, because that's been happening to me, that delay. Yeah, it's weird because I am a very quick reader and I feel like this is slowing me down. Not like slowing me down to where I can't read quick. I think my mind, the fact that I don't feel comfortable in it is what's slowing me down. Because I have a problem, like I need to feel the energy and I'm not feeling it anymore, which is just strange. I know it's the truth though, because I've been able to pick up on past lives and flame lineages and all these different things, but it just feels foreign to me. Like I feel like my body is not working the way it's supposed to be like I'm used to it working, if that makes sense. What do I have to do to ask the question? You just need to put it in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna book with you before I do. Would it be able to go deeper with the situation with the guy? Yeah. Whatever you want to talk about in a general reading. But I mean, to be honest, it doesn't feel like that is going to be a situation that's going to come back around. It feels like he's closed the door on that situation. Because for some reason he feels betrayed and it feels like a choice type of thing. I can tap into it, but I don't, to be honest, those are a little bit harder, because the way that I look at that integrity wise is that you're not respecting somebody's boundary. If they don't want to talk to you or they don't want to deal with you, that is a boundary that they have set. And so going to a medium to ask them to tap into that energy to give you more information is you disrespecting a boundary. Okay. So if you book it for yourself and get a general life reading for what it is that you need to work on right now to get you towards the next level, not because you're trying to figure out how he's feeling about something. Because to me, that feels like an integrity issue. How did you develop your gifts? Girl, I done tried everything up under the sun. I went to a psychic mediumship school. I went to, so first I did psychic mentoring. with the LA School of Spiritual Arts. That's where I got my certificate from. It was $390 a month, which I feel like is ridiculous. $390 a month for about a 30-minute to an hour conversation, and all she was doing was like calling somebody on the phone and having me like raw read them. You know, she gave me like a framework in the beginning, but it was just like, hey, Taja, I got this person on the line. You're going to read them today. I would read them. And she'd be like, okay, see you next week. And just kind of hang up. And so like that didn't make me very confident in my gifts because she wasn't reading with me. She wasn't giving me confirmation. She wasn't even telling me if I did a good job. She just was like, hey, read this person. Okay, bye. See you later. And it was just like, even if I asked questions, she always felt like she was rushing. So I'm like, okay, well, this is not going to work for me. So I started taking clients after that. And I realized that when I was on my own, I was doing, I shocked myself in that first thing just because I didn't know how good of a reader I was until then. And then so I took a couple clients and those readings were amazing. But I was struggling because I kept expecting my gifts to come through like everybody else's, meaning like I was expecting to see something. And I was expecting my gifts to look how everybody else described their gifts. And because my gifts weren't coming in that way, I was struggling because I was kind of in my own head, like gaslighting myself. And I'm just like, why my gifts don't look like this? Why everybody else got it easier than me? You know, not realizing how good of a reader I was. And so then I took a spiritual class with somebody. And that in that class, I really, really developed my gifts a lot. But then things got weird over there. But yeah, so then I did that. So now what I do is I teach people how to develop their gifts. And I'm on my second group of baby psychics. So my first group of psychics are out in the wild. They're taking readings. They're doing the things. Love that for them. And my second group is now reading people now, which is last week was their first week reading somebody who wasn't each other. And they both did amazing. So I read with them so that I can give them confirmation on what it is that they're picking up on. And, you know, and when somebody says something to me, I'm a soul mirror. So I can tap into your memory grid and I can touch that button and see what you're seeing, which is fun and interesting. And everybody who comes through my program, you know, thinks that they don't have gifts. And then we start reading and all of a sudden their gifts start opening up. So I really love that. Right now, I'm actually working on flame lineage or soul lineage coaching. And I think I'm going to do like a 3-month program, 6-month program type of thing. And so I'm restructuring everything around the stuff that I've been teaching about Atlantis and Mu and like the bloodlines, the flame lines. Like I'm restructuring everything around what I've been doing there just because I'm here to help people remember. And there's a specific way I want to kind of do that. So I develop my gifts in a whole lot of different ways. I've always had prophetic dreams. I've always been able to really read people, but I just thought I was really smart. Like meaning like my pattern recognition was out the roof, but it wasn't. It's pure knowing. And it's also clairsentience. I feel everything. That's why I'm saying my gifts right now feel so weird to me because I'm used to feeling everything, but now it feels like I'm not feeling anything. I know what it is, but I don't feel it as a vibration anymore, which is kind of strange to me. I think I'm integrating that way as well. Yeah, it's different. It just feels different. And so I'm having like out of body experience because like my mouth starts moving before my mind has time to, because I'm trying to feel for something and then my mouth starts moving and it just feels like something is speaking through me in a way. Instead of me picking up on a vibration outside of myself. And I feel like that's the difference between oversoul embodiment and mediumship. You know what I'm saying? When you embody your oversoul, which is something I've been going through in the last couple of weeks, I've been having hot fly, I've been having all kind of stuff. My dreams have been kind of dormant. I've been tired, like really, really tired. And I know that my oversoul is embodying just because I've started remembering everything that I've been having visions about in these last couple of years. I just started remembering everything, right? And now it feels like I'm not searching for anything. I'm not looking for anything anymore, which is something I've been doing for a very long time. And everything is just changing so fast. So that's why I wanted to get on here and do questions because I'm just like, what's going on? I would like to get one before you get off of live. Yeah, so just put your question in the chat, love. If you want a one-on-one reading, you're gonna have to book through my website though. Thank you, that makes sense. Thank you. I know I'm ready to leave, but haven't been able to. Yeah, it just feels like circumstances, love. But I think you need to stop looking at the big picture and you need to break it down into parts. Like, what can you do right now? You know, where is it that you want to move? How much is it gonna cost you to move? Like, it feels like you need to do a little bit more planning and then break it down into parts. You know, if this is the amount of money that you want to have when you move, then you need to figure out how much you need to save in each check. Like, you need to like do some strategizing a little bit. Get yourself a little organized, okay? Can you do a reading on me? Do I need to know anything? Yeah, just drop, if you have a question. So what I'm doing right now is one question reading. So if there's something you're struggling with right now, put it in the chat and I will answer the question. I'll tap into the question, but it can't be like a, should I do this or should I do that? Because spirit doesn't work like that, because you have autonomy, like you have free will. So it has to be like, is this for my highest good type of conversation? And I don't do, is me and this person going to get back together? Because I honestly feel like if that person was for you, you would not have to ask that question, because love comes in ease. It does not come in force. And so and I think we kind of got that fucked up in our head because of the whole twin flame. They're supposed to ruin you and then you come back later and all of that. So it's so many people who feel like somebody who is dogging them in the streets is they twin flame, and they won't let that situation go, not realizing that it's a false mirror. They were supposed to awaken them to something through grief and betrayal, but it doesn't mean that that situation was going to come. It's supposed to be coming back. Dealing with an Aquarius named Anthony, not the zodiac sign, Celine. Should I continue the relationship? Is he loyal? It feels like he likes you, but it also feels like you haven't seen him fully yet. And what I heard is play it by ear, because I think there's something that you have not seen fully yet. It still feels like he's masking in a way. But it does feel like he likes you though. Should you continue, or is this relationship for your highest good? It feels like this relationship is supposed to show you something, but it feels like it's not your person though. Me too, and I'm trying to learn, become more comfortable with my gifts. Yes, so yeah, I feel like I'm having to relearn all over again, which kind of sucks, because I mean, I don't have to relearn all over again. I just need to trust myself in the knowingness, and it just being knowingness instead of relying on my ability to feel, which is like it feels like somebody has taken away my sight and I don't like it. But I mean, I guess this is the next level of like upgrading, is embodiment. It's like where you don't have to feel anything outside of yourself. You sit in remembrance, you sit in knowingness, you know, which is different. Can you pick up on my energy field? Yeah, I can pick up on anything, girl. I would like to ask about a recurring dream I have, if that's okay. Yeah, go ahead and put it in the chat. Spirit been giving me new techniques that's been uncomfortable, but gonna strengthen my new channels. Yeah, that's what I feel like this is. And that's what they keep on saying is integration before illumination. I wish they would stop saying that to me because it just further frustrated me, because I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, I get what's happening. I just feel uncomfortable because I'm a little resistant to change myself. And I like being able to, like, when I could read before, it's like I feel a vibration and I interpret that vibration, and I was really good at interpreting that vibration. It don't matter what it was, and it would, because they would come at me so fast, and it's like an energy, you know, like it's like a, I don't know how to describe it to other people, but it's like I feel it in my body and I know what it is. It's familiar to me. I know, you know, whereas now it's just like I know stuff. I just know the truth, and it's not as dramatic. And I want it to be more dramatic, and it's not as dramatic. And I'm for the theatrics, so I don't know, child, listen. I feel like a fish out of water. Thank you, really, that was confirmation. I plan on leaving next year after graduation, period. You got this, boo. What I need to focus on right now with the energy I'm in. is this pen? Why is this pen giving me issues? I don't know why I hear restoring. But I hear restoring. What do I need to focus on right now with the energy that I'm in? And letting go. I'm here and trust the process. It feels like whatever is happening, it feels like you're clinging to the familiar. If this is about to be a message for me, don't do it like that. It feels like you're clinging to the familiar a little bit. And there's a need to let go and kind of trust the process. With the energy I'm in right now. And then also stop focusing on the negative. Like, don't focus on what could go wrong. Focus on all the things that could go right. Okay, greetings. Please let me know. Oh, shit. Yes, I need the theatrics. I want the theatrics. Give me the theatrics, please. Hold on. Let me go back up. I don't want to miss nobody's stuff. Y'all just started. I just started, y'all. So I only been on here for probably like 30 minutes. Hey, Terry. Okay. Please let me know what's going on with me. I feel so bogged down. What is it? I don't know why I feel like you waiting. Like you waiting on something to happen. I don't know why I feel like that, but it feels like you're waiting on something to happen instead of actually taking inspired action. I think there's a bit of confusion around who it is that you want to be. I'm hearing like one step in the old life, one step in the new life, and it feels like perfectionism as well, like being afraid that you're gonna make the wrong step or make the wrong decision, and it feels like that's keeping you stuck and stagnant where you are. I think you need to get a little bit clearer about where you're going in the direction that you want to move in, and then you need to take inspired action, and don't worry about whether it's the right move or not. Trust that you know how to guide yourself, because it feels like waiting and it feels like confusion to me. Can you give me some confirmation on that? Sorry, y'all. I gotta go up and down, up and down, up and down. Appreciate your wisdom. You welcome, love. Hey, Smiley Ray. Yes, that's right. Okay. Yeah, it feels like the choice that you make doesn't matter. Your commitment to the choice matters, but it feels like you're just a little confused about how to direct yourself right now, which means you got to explore a little bit. You got to get to know yourself a little bit better, which can happen through you trying new things. Happen to you exploring yourself a little bit more, meaning like, pay attention to how people make you feel and the stuff around you make you feel. If it make you feel good, move towards it. But if it don't, you need to set a boundary and move away from it, because it feels like, yeah, hesitant in a way. Yeah, it's like you know what you're supposed to be doing, or you know what direction you want to move, but you're not taking any moves. It feels like you're waiting on something to happen, and I don't know if that's confirmation. I don't know if that's, I don't know, the other shoe to drop, but it feels like it's causing you to not move at all, though. So yeah. Sorry, let me go back up, y'all. Okay, some of y'all are funny. I'm seeing like little stuff that y'all put in. This gets good. Greetings. I feel bogged down. Okay. Did you feel like any of those things helped you with your gifts? Yeah, I do. I felt like the second course, because what we would do is do like live readings, and everybody would go around and say what they were picking up on, and it helped me to get confirmation, because my biggest problem was doubting myself, because I kind of been like rejected or unseen or unheard my whole life. So much so that I started to think that my perspective or how I was feeling wasn't valid. And so I had broke my trust with myself too, through some of the decisions that I made around believing my dad longer than I should have, and like some other things. So yeah, it helped to make me more confident in myself and realize how much I was picking up on. And when I stopped questioning my gift and stopped trying to interpret the information that I was receiving, and instead just giving it to the person and allowing them to tell me if it makes sense for them, instead of me preemptively trying to be like, well, why are they saying it? Like me trying to use my mind to interpret it, I just became the medium for it to come through, and I let the client tell me if it makes sense to them, and I'll tell them what I feel around it, but that's pretty much it, you know. So it did a lot for me. It made me way more confident in myself. It made me confident in getting on live and doing readings, and it made me just trust myself on a whole nother level. Yep. But it took me a while to get there, girl. I went through plenty of spiritualists, and through that I realized a lot of people are just operating in ego, and I just didn't want to be like that. So I wanted to, you know, offer myself and my gifts and stuff to help people how I want to help people, because I feel like we need more people who are willing to, I don't even want to say sacrifice, but I don't like patriarchy. I don't like capitalism. I don't like people who use spirituality to boost their ego. Like, I don't like a lot of things. So I just was like, fuck it, I'll do it my way. And that's just what I've been doing. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Get one for me so I can figure out how to move forward. Just caught up. I completely understand that, boo. I think the situation really was hurtful for you, and not having clothes. It feels like the rug was pulled from underneath you, and then you was left with all these thoughts, and it feels like you kind of just stuck in those thoughts. Okay, but I would be more than happy to help you to figure out how to get out of that. Okay. Cause I felt salty cause shit was so wonderful and what you wanted. Yeah, but it feels like that was only supposed to tell you that it's out there, not that this was the person, because anybody who is for you is not going to make you feel like you are disposable. And that's what he did. And even though you may not see it now because everything was so good, you know, if he did this to you at this stage, that would have absolutely been a thing down the line as well, because he's showing you who he is. You got to accept who he is and not who he was showing you. Because was y'all together like 3 months? Why I keep on hearing 3 months? Or has it been 3 months since y'all stopped talking? Never mind, you answered and gave me confirmation. Good. Wow, that's amazing. I want to sign up for gift developing classes. Yeah, so I do mentorship right now. And I'm at capacity, but what I think I'm actually about to start doing is I want to help empower people to remember their own flame. Meaning, like, depending on what flame you carry and the things that you've experienced in your lifetime, is going to be showing up in specific ways. Like, for instance, if you have a rose flame, it's going to show up in people pleasing. You know, the girls who don't know how to set boundaries. You know, if that's one of your primary flames, it's going to show up in that specific way. So what I actually want to do is start doing like flame mapping and activations. And I also want to start doing flame lineage reading, so I can tell you how to get yourself in alignment with your flame from a place of empowering you to remember who you are. You know, so I'm working on that right now. I got a lot of new stuff in the works, and I'm about to restructure my services a little bit, because I wanted to be more geared around what we've been talking about every Wednesday on the stuff with Lemuria and Atlantis, and us being at this stage in life where we're remembering again. And there's a lot of people having a lot of crazy dreams, and a lot of things are happening, and I want to give y'all clarity on that so y'all don't feel like y'all alone. So yeah, so I'm gonna be hosting some more stuff soon. I had a dream last night. My mother, who is alive, told me I was dying, and I don't know how to feel about that. Your mother. To be honest, that feels like a I don't know why I want to say the word interference. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes beings, predators, whatever you want to call them, will appear like people that we trust. For example, I had somebody appear in a dream to me one time as one of my friends, and he walked up to me and he placed his hand on my stomach and said that I had cancer. And for some reason, it kept haunting me. It kept haunting me. It feels like an implanted, like they were trying to implant that into your consciousness so that you would somehow believe that you are, and if you believe that you are, it's going to start happening, you know. But the thing about it is when I'm in a dream space, I can pick up on what people don't say. It's almost like telepathy. And so one of the guys, I see them off to the side and they talk, and they like, we said we were not going to talk to her. We were supposed to just observe her. And he was like, I don't care. And it literally was my friend's face, you know, and that's what that feels like. It feels like interference. I would, whatever energy, I would clear your field, and I would say whatever does not belong to the light of my oversoul, I release it back to source, because that feels like interference. I wouldn't think too deep into that. When I can't feel my mouth moving, that's when I know it's some shit channeling. Yeah, for sure. I had a recurrent dream of my bio dad, who I have not had a relationship with. That actually feels like subconscious, my love. It feels like you need to actually do some healing around that. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you were nonchalant about it, or you feel like it's not bothering you, or it's something that you have already dealt with, but it feels like there's something residual that you need to deal with when it comes to bio dad in his absence. Okay. I think a lot of times we think that we've healed from something just because it's not affecting us anymore. But what we really did is compartmentalize. We put it in a box and we never touch it again. It feels like it's resurfacing because you, solar flame, that's what I heard. It feels like you have a solar flame and the father line is healing itself right now. And in order for you to stand in your truth and your authenticity, you have to look at that again. Okay, Kennedy. Hey, Alicia. It was that he passed. I've had 3. Hold on, wait. Let me go back up. Oh, you've had 3 that he's passed away? Bio dad? You might be picking up on something, love. You might be picking up, but I feel like there's still some healing that needs to happen around dad. I've had 3 that he passed away. For some reason, that feels subconscious. I don't know if that's a fear you have, not being in contact with him or being worried about him. But for some reason, that feels subconscious to me. It feels like you are creating that. Hey there, OMG. I'm like, you're not. Me finding out he passed. 2, planning his funeral. 3, at the funeral, wondering what it meant. Is that, oh, the dream. Okay, me finding out he passed is one dream. The second dream is planning his funeral. The third one is at the funeral, wondering what it meant. What do I do moving forward? I want a family, but can't seem to keep stable relationship / be loyal. It honestly feels like unattainable love. And I don't know if your love is unattainable or if the other person's love is unattainable. But it feels like a mother wound that you need to heal, meaning self-love, inadequacy, not feeling like you enough, wanting to be picked, but needing to pick yourself first. I'm sorry, I said that kind of harsh. I didn't mean it like that, like in a negative way. I mean that there is a need for you to get a lot clearer about what it is that you actually want and what you're going to tolerate, and make sure that you're making the decision from a place of them actually being aligned and not from a place of desperation or you wanting this specific thing and trying to make fetch happen. I don't know if I even said that any better. I'm so sorry. False mirrors, yeah. Hold on, let me go down so I can make sure. Pretty, I think you got to stop looking at it as if you did something wrong. He just didn't want what you have, and that's okay. Don't look at it as something is being wrong with you. That's a self-love issue. You are not the issue. He just wasn't your person. You have to learn how to navigate that and move through that. You need to figure out who you are and what you're going to allow, and stop looking at as if somebody is picking you. You are doing the picking. And for some reason, this feels like this was supposed to happen the way that it happened because you are disconnected from yourself. No, that was perfect. It was like I was trying to make him into something that I wanted. Is my love. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But what you actually feel when you're in relationships is you don't love how that person makes you feel. You love how you feel around that person. So you got to find a way to cultivate that without that person. Because when you come into divine union, which is something I am helping us to bring back, divine union, it does not come in force. And that's why I'm very adamant about, if you got to ask, that is not your person. Because what divine union, the union flame is coming back right now, but what divine union is about is coming into divine union within yourself first, you becoming a whole being first, and that person becoming in divine union with themselves as well. And then those two whole people come together and they realize that everything is temporary. This might be just a temporary thing, but right now we're enjoying each other together. And that you like them as a whole person, they like you as a whole person, and it's not you and them coming together so that y'all can fill a void for each other. It's you and them coming together from a place of pure alignment. They're exactly what you want. You are exactly what they want without you having to change anything. And I'm strict about that. The reason why I'm strict about that is because I remember what it feels like to be in divine union. And the first thing when I was coming into myself, and one of the first messages I got from my higher self is that I came here and I was here to bring love back. Okay, divine union, sacred union. All of that is coming online right now through the grids and through everything that I'm teaching y'all, right? Through me, I carry a union flame. That's the flame that Atlantis was built off of, and that's why I'm talking about Atlantis and trying to get people to understand what role Atlantis actually played as a vibration, as a frequency, because it's still a frequency you can tap into, right? The reason why I'm doing that is because there's so many of us who have a distorted sense of love. Meaning that we want somebody else to give it to us without giving it to ourselves first. We think that and so when that person leaves out of our life, they leave with the love. That is not how it works. That's another externalized view of it. It's a distorted way to look at divine. You're supposed to love yourself in so much abundance, and somebody comes along who loves themselves in so much abundance, and neither one of y'all are willing to compromise on who y'all are, but y'all still fit. So what people need to do who feel like they are missing that, because that's what you do, that when you're in that chasing energy, you feel like you're missing something. And it's not because they're not giving it to you, it's because you're not giving it to you. You have to learn how to love yourself and see the beauty in your experiences before your path ever illuminates in front of you. That's the only way. Integrating those parts of you that forgot, or those parts of you that you don't want anybody else to see. You have to get comfortable with them first, so you don't take that baggage into that relationship. So a lot of us are in separation right now because on a soul level, on a grid level, those false mirrors are falling because the grids are coming back online. So anything that's not aligned is falling. And it's not going to be a warning about it. It's going away because it never was supposed to be there. The trauma bonds falling. All of it. Why? Because divine union needs to land in whole people. Which means that if you are not whole, everything is being swiped so that you can sit with yourself. And so that you can become whole, so that that can land into your field. But it's not going to be a possibility. And not only that, the kids that are being born, the souls that are ready to incarnate, a lot of them are being born with no karma. And they don't want to come in here to families that are not consciously conceiving. They don't want to come into families that have not done the work, families that are not high vibrational. They're refusing and rejecting the trauma of it. So a lot of them are refusing to even come until we get our stuff together. Which is why right now in these next 8 years are so pivotal. And that's why so many people are being called to heal. So that's why I feel so strongly about that, because I remember what it feels like, and it's nothing like we're experiencing it now. Nothing. Nothing. It's nothing like it. The first conversation I had with my higher self was like, they're doing it wrong. The first remembrance I had was that I came here and I immediately tried to show people though, and I was rejected for it. And it broke me. I decided I was going to do it that way, and then I came back towards myself. So hold on, let me go back up, y'all. I'm sorry. I know I done lost it. I had to preach for a second. Y'all know how I get. Oh. Okay. Should I keep fighting the school system for my artistic son? Artistic or autistic? It feels like it's a losing battle, though. It actually feels like that system is falling, and more people are being called to homeschool. I don't know if you've been thinking about homeschooling, but it feels like that would give him a safer environment to be who he is, because he was not born to be in that system. He actually is rejecting and repelling it. I don't know if that's autistic, but it feels like he has to chart his own path. And I think he would be better off if you created an environment that was safe for him to do that. And if that means that leaving the traditional standards, you got to stop worrying about how everybody else is going to feel about it and start doing what's best for y'all. Why did I have a dream of my ex and everything was good, but then we was arguing? I'm not sure, love. Sis, I have been thinking to go 10 toes down on gaming again, but still have that consistency issue. It actually feels like that's something that you're passionate about and something that you actually want to do. But you need to stop worrying about the outcome. Release your expectations. And it feels like when you start having fun with it again, that's when the money is going to come. But if you keep focusing on making money and focusing on streaming, I don't know if you stream. Are you streaming? I don't know why I hear streaming. But it feels like, or like maybe that's something that you're supposed to be doing. It feels like you need to stop focusing on the outcome and do what makes you happy. And trust in the process. Trust that everything is going to be okay, and it is. But your focus on the money is tainting the way that you experience it. And I don't know if you was doing gaming before and your expectations got in the way of you continuing on that path, meaning that you ruined it for yourself, or you didn't like it anymore because you was placing all these expectations on it. But I don't know why it feels like there's some opportunity with that and with streaming, but you have to start having fun, and it needs to be about you just passionately loving doing it and not feeling like it's an obligation. Hold on, let me go back down, because I know I just said 2 people and I just want to make sure. Yes, Shawnee, seeing angel numbers is a sign that you are now being able to influence the universe. Okay, you're co-creating. That's a direct sign that you have moved into alignment. Yes, I want to hold. Okay, hold on. I don't know who is that other person that I read before Shawnee. But I wanted some confirmation on that. I know I did Stony after that. Hold on. We came here to help, yeah. Can you tell me why I'm feeling so stressed and anxious right now? It feels like you feel change coming. It feels like something is changing. I don't know if that means it's changing in you, but it doesn't feel like, it feels like you're a person who tends to like the predictable, or like consistency. And so it feels like your body's having a physical reaction to things shifting. TC. And I don't even know if it's changed yet, or if you started seeing the signs of it change, but it feels like being committed to a specific version of yourself or a specific path, and it feels like that's changing. F capitalism and colonialism. Yes, I agree. Scream it from the mountaintops. I do, LOL, yes. Having all kinds of physical things going on. Yeah, it feels like something is changing. And you just need to acknowledge it instead of, don't try to push it down, or don't try to, whatever is happening, like, you need to acknowledge it. And nurture yourself a little bit. Mother yourself a little bit. Tell yourself it's going to be okay. With every step that you take, know that you trust yourself enough to learn know how to guide yourself through this. Know how to direct yourself through this. That's what I mean. My mind is lagging. Trust yourself enough. Meaning, like, you know what steps to take and you know how to guide yourself. You have all the evidence that you're going to be okay. You just got to learn how to nurture yourself in the process, and don't resist the change. Learn how to just go with it. Just go with it. Okay? Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to miss none of y'all questions. I had a dream about my ex that we were good, and then all of a sudden we was arguing. What's the question, love? And all this is temporary, and is. I had a dream about my ex. Okay, y'all don't have to put the same thing in the chat multiple times. I'm going through and I'm reading all the comments. Can I ask about the recurring dream about my father? Yeah, did you, for some reason that feels like that's subconscious though. It feels like it's something that you are creating. And then I don't know, it feels like there's something that you need to deal with that. I don't know if you're worried about him because you haven't talked to him in a long time, and you think that he's going to pass away and all that responsibility is going to be on you. I don't know what that is, but it feels like there's something that needs to be acknowledged there. I need that flame reading. Yeah, I'm working on the framework of it right now. Okay, Maria, love. You must be new here. So I'm going to give you a pass, but don't put that in the chat again. Now that was perfect. It was like I was trying to make him... Okay, I already did that. I already did that. Yes, I want to be whole and complete. I get it. Okay. I work in special education, so if I can help you anyway, let me know. Oh, I love that, TT. Who is my guardian? Who always... with me because I can feel or see someone, but I don't know it. That feels like a grandmother. I don't know why it feels like dad's side. I don't know if you have a grandmother on your dad's side that passed, or a great grandmother on your dad's side that passed. But that feels like a grandmother. I am seeing, okay, we already did that. How can I see if my ex put a hex or a spell on me? Hold on. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. It just caught me off guard. How can I see if my ex put a hex or a spell on me? I don't feel magic, my love. It feels like, I don't know if she was a spiritual person and she came with spiritual protection, but it feels like something was taken away. But I don't feel magic. I don't feel spell work or a hex. It feels like something was taken away. And I don't know if that's spiritual protection, but it feels like something was taken away. Hit me with some heat, love. The response, I will just do what makes me happy when it comes to streaming. Yeah, just do what makes you happy. Have fun again. Like, don't be so serious about it. I think we ruin shit when we create all this tension that don't need to be there. Just have fun. And I get it. We live in a society where we gotta make ends meet. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I get it? I still struggle right now. I've been struggling this whole damn month. You know? But I just gotta keep going because I know that I'm on a mission, and I just trust that everything's gonna work out the way that it's supposed to work out. And if it don't, shit, I'ma pivot. I done been through worse, so I'll figure it the fuck out. When that, I will cross that bridge when it gets here. You know? Yeah, lean into it. Don't be afraid of it. Hey, Nina. I just saw your video about the attack last night. Was that last night? No, it was a couple nights ago. It was like 3 nights ago. 2 or 3 nights ago. If you're talking about the bear claw. I don't know what they was trying to do to me. He was trying to trick me too. It was like I was looking at him through a window and he was like almost like asking for permission energetically to enter in the window. Meaning like I didn't like stop him. But when he was talking to me, he was like, yeah, I can help you. Like, this is how it started. I see him in the window. I know that he's there to help me. And it feels like he was asking permission to come through the window, right? And he's like, yeah, yep, no problem. But you got to sign on this paper 3 times. And I looked at him 3 times. Hold on, wait a second. That's mind, body, soul contract. What you talking about? What are you talking about, sir? And I was like, I'm not fucking doing that. Why do you need me to sign on the paper 3 times? And he was like, no, you have to. And we have to get a picture too. And I said, oh, so y'all trying to copy me? Y'all trying to steal my soul's essence? No, sir, we're not doing that. And so I went to the door and I was like, yeah, you're freaking me the fuck out. That's what I said. You're freaking me the fuck out. You're on some weird shit. Let me just go. And I go to unlock the door and the door was like, it was like it kind of looked copper in a way. And it had all these like glyphs or something on it. And it had a handle that was kind of like the end of a spoon or something. And when I clicked it down, it just started unlocking shit. And then I walked through somewhere and I was in a music hall and it was like this lady named they called this lady Edna to the stage. But I kept feeling like I left my door unlocked. And I was like, no, you got to go back because whatever it is that he was supposed to come through, like you left it open. So I started walking back and I could feel his energy and I was like, he about to attack me. Like I can feel it. And then he jumped out with his bear claw. And I jumped out of the dream. You almost caught up with the chat, sis, period. Hey, Creative Chaos. Is my sister that died around me, Juicy Jew? Yes, it actually feels like it, but it feels like she doesn't allow you to feel her because you still have some healing to do. I don't know why I feel like she died in a sudden way. But I feel like she died in a sudden way. And so it was kind of unexpected. Is that right, Miss Juicy Jew? Juicy Juice? And I'm sorry I asked a couple questions. Please forgive me. You okay? I definitely want to tap into my spiritual gifts with you specifically. I love your energy and mission. Oh, thank you, Mackenzie. I appreciate that. When I have some, I'm still working on some stuff, but when I have some availability, I'll let y'all know. I'm always on live, updating y'all. If y'all don't catch me any of the random times that I go live, every single Wednesday at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 3 Central, 4 Eastern, I'm on live talking about Atlantis and trying to help us remember like what happened then and what's happening right now and why we all incarnated at this time. Right, saying though, I would like to know who is messing with me so bad. Thank you. That feels like an internal battle, Yaya. It don't feel like nobody's messing with you. It feels like you don't feel safe. It feels like you don't feel safe. And so you're creating these, I don't want to say nightmares, but you're creating these situations based off of what you expect to see. So I think there's a need for you to learn how to feel safe in your body, learn how to feel safe in your environment, and cultivate safety from within, because that feels internal. I don't feel safe. Yeah, if that feels internal. And that's why I feel like you keep trying all these different things, but nothing is working. It's because you're creating it. Is there anything I can do in the in-between time before I leave? Focus on you. I think you need to stop worrying about what's going on in your external environment and focus on you. Focus on learning how to create peace and Eden within the chaos. Focus on, try to control what you can control, which is only yourself. Why don't you create a safe environment? Like if you got a room or a place that you're staying in or a little corner, whatever the case may be, make it your own. Get into a routine of taking baths and, take an hour out the week, get in the bath, put you on a candle, put you on a playlist and just working on creating your own vibe, absent of whatever the hell it is that they got going on. Because I don't know if somebody got a drinking problem, but I heard a drunk. I don't know if you drinking, but I heard a drunk. So Yeah, it feels like your sister is around you, Juicy. It also feels like a grandpa on mom's side. Or, yeah, it feels like a grandpa or something. His energy, whoever this male energy is, feels kind of funny and playful in a way. Yeah, you're right. I need to trust the process and adapt and move on. Yeah, Why did our friend end our friendship so abruptly? It feels like a trust issue, a trust problem. Feels like a trust issue. I don't even know that you're even aware of what that issue is, but it feels like trust was broken. Oh yeah, I've been having crazy shit too, and yep, they always try to get us in our dreams. Yeah. Thank God you remembered, realized in your dream they're blocking mine. Yeah. Well, I think the whole grid is being blocked. Like what they're doing is distorting the grid, and when they distort the grid, it kind of bends. It bends the grid, it bends time, it bends space, but it also directly affects dream time. This is something I talked about in my last live on Wednesday from this previous Wednesday. It's on my YouTube. Y'all should go check it out. It's a lot of good information. Hi, Shazarati. Hey, y'all. I'm finally able to actually pay attention and listen. Nice. I don't feel safe. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like an internal safety issue. You are so welcome, my love. I had that same problem story. I was getting all kind of shit happening in my dream, and I like chased all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I didn't stop having those dreams until I decided that fuck it. If you gonna be chasing me every night, then I'm gonna whoop your ass every night. And so the first time that I fought back, that shit was gone immediately. You almost gotta stand like. Okay, I've been trying to communicate with my spirit guides. Do you have any tips to connect? Yeah, start with your emotions. Your spirit guides are communicating with you all the time. You think that your thoughts are original, they not. Your spirit guides are in the 3D to 5D, meaning they in this plane with you. It just sounds like a thought. Okay, when you walk around the house talking to yourself, that is your higher self talking to you. My higher self, when I'm laying down, my higher self talks to me. When I'm sitting up, my oversoul is talking to me. And it feels different because my higher self just feels like my voice. Feels like I'm talking to myself. But my oversoul feels like very clear and like God is talking to me. If that makes sense. It's like the voice is around me, like fully around. I don't know how to explain it. But start with your emotions, because your emotions are your guides. Your emotions are your spirit guides talking to you. They're telling you either you like something or you don't like it. Start making conscious decisions based off of that, and you'll get more in alignment with guidance. But anytime it comes down to guidance, always start with your emotions, because that's how your soul communicates to you. Your emotions are meant to provide you depth in this experience. They're meant to provide you understanding. Which means that they're telling you, I like this, I don't like this, it's time for me to work, it's time for me to rest. If you feel good, go out, you'll be vibrant. If you don't feel good, stay home. I don't care whose birthday it is, whoever it is, like you have to honor yourself in where you are. And when you can show up for yourself like that, your spirit guides will get louder and clearer. But when you've been ignoring them for years, and they actually get graded on the progress that you make here, by the way. And they got multiple of y'all. If you the one who ain't fucking listening, why would they spend their time with you? I mean, they can make sure this person over here is progressing and that person's actually listening. So start with your emotional world first, okay? I'm mad nervous to ask this, but how's this house situation going to go with me and the ex? I think you know the answer to that, my love. That's why you're afraid to ask me that question. You know the answer to that. You're trying to make fetch happen. And I think you're getting a lot of intuition about it. You're just not honoring your intuition. How do you find out what messages your ancestors are trying to get to you? I'm not tapped into my spiritual gifts all the way yet, but they're trying to tell me something loud. Pay attention to what's happening in your environment. I don't know why it feels like... is your mom living? Chris, is your mom living? I hear something about your mom. Are y'all in separation or something? She living? Are y'all in separation? Oh, today is her 70th birthday. That's probably why they saying that. Okay. They acknowledging her. Okay. No, we not. Okay, yeah. Sometimes they, if there's an event going around that person, that's the only thing that I can hear. It feels like, I don't know why the person who I feel like is talking to me, though, is on your dad's side. And he feels like a woman. I don't even think you know this person. Me and her got a great relationship. Yeah, I think they was just acknowledging her birthday. And I feel like your mom's dad. Is your mom dad living? Your mom's dad is coming through. Yeah, that's what it. But I don't know. Did they know each other? Well, I mean, obviously they knew each other. What was their relationship like? Because it feels like she's the one. Okay, yeah, your mom's dad. He's coming through. But it feels like the woman is the person who told me, who said your mom, though. Unless she's saying that she played. Oh, he would have been 100. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay, so, let me go back to your question so I can give you. How do you find out what messages your ancestors are trying to get to you? It actually feels like you've been putting a lot of pressure on yourself to connect, because you feel like you're not connected, and I feel like that's causing the barrier. I feel like you actually are really connected. You just don't understand what's guidance and what's not guidance, because for some reason I feel like you can hear. I feel like you can hear things. And I don't know if that's right when you come up out of sleep or just kind of throughout your day, but I feel like you can hear. The people I feel around you, it feels like mom's dad. It feels like dad's mom. And I feel like mom's dad is with a woman. But I don't know why I feel like that's an auntie. Hold on, let me go down so I can see. Yes, I have. LOL. Yes, it's just a lot in my head all day. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you causing all this tension that don't need to be there. What I would be doing is like doing meditation. Oh yeah, you always feel your mom's dad. Yeah, it feels like he helps you with something. But it feels mutually beneficial. So I don't know if he had a problem. I feel like it's anger. I don't know if he had a problem with anger when he was younger or something like that, and you have learned how to channel your shit down. But it feels like it has something to do with that. When it comes to what's going on in your head, you got to get that under control. Meaning, like, what I would do is like a 5-minute meditation every single day, and in that 5 minutes, like, turn on the fan, just listen to the fan, and whatever thoughts come up, say that's good, but for later, and kind of like push them down, right? Or not push them down, but acknowledge them and move it a little bit. And then when you come out of that meditation, write down what the shit that come up, because it feels like you're not actually acknowledging what's happening in your head. You're trying to push it away. You need to actually acknowledge it so you can deal with the shit and move it. Because I feel like you can hear. And I feel like there's a great opportunity in you hearing and knowing when it comes to your gifts. Yes, he had an anger, alcohol problem, but me and him were a lot alike. Yeah, it feels like you helping him heal something. And he liked the way that you're doing something. So it's like a mutually beneficial type of situation for him. Almost like he wished he could have gotten that together for himself. So he likes the way that you live in. Clear cognizance has been on point lately. Yeah, it's not that you're not getting it. I think you're just too hard on yourself, Chris. Stop being hard on yourself. You got this shit. Then you got to get out your damn head too. Okay, like clear out some of the clutter. That's it. I think you actually doing a way better job than you giving yourself credit for. And I'm hearing a problem feeling satisfied. Just be where you are right now. Show gratitude for where you are right now. Okay, yes I do. Thank you. There's somebody else on mom's side that wants to be acknowledged. I don't know why I feel like it's an aunt. Did your mom have a sister who passed away? Oh, your grandmother. Okay, so that's the woman that your granddad is with. But I keep hearing a sister. Do she got a sister or something? Or somebody who is like a sister? Yeah, your mom's mom. Yeah, I think that's who your granddad is with. But why? Is there a sister for your mama, though? Or like somebody who is like a sister? Because this feels like a sister type of energy. And she just keep ringing in my damn ear real loud. Like she not going to allow me to move on. My grandmother had some miscarriages. What about a best friend? Do your mama got a best friend that passed away or something? Or a cousin that she was close with? This feels like a sister's type of energy. I'm going to leave it alone though, but I'm going to just tell her to put her energy back because she being loud. She wants to be acknowledged real bad. No, sister, grandmother had some miscarriages. No, this feel like somebody she knew. I can't think. I don't know why I want to say something like Londa or Yolanda or Yond. It sounds like something like that. But it sounds like a duh and an on. Okay. I don't know why it's Yolanda or Anya or Tanya or... Anyways, doesn't matter. I'm just going to tell her to put her energy back. But it's somebody on mom's... Feels like a sister-like type of energy. Somebody she knew, somebody she was familiar with who passed away. The person doesn't feel like it's connected like with granddad. It feels like it's just a person that she might have knew. So I'm just going to... Hold on. Yeah, but those are the people who are around you. I'm going to book the reading next payday so we can find out, period. Okay. I don't know. It's like a Tanya, a Yolanda, I don't know. Ask your mama. Do she know somebody by that name? Because she's saying, oh, like it feels like it was, like they knew each other when they was younger. Okay. Can you give me any information I need about my elevation? I'm positive I'm getting more gifts. Yeah, it feels like a dream activation is happening for you, Chloe. You feel like you're a grid walker. Dream activation. Oh no, they said not grid walker, dream walker. You're a dream walker. Meaning like you can walk through dreams. You can change things in the dream world. I'm hearing that you need to be careful. Because I think you're getting more visibility. Hold on, let me go down. You're welcome, Chris. Hey, I'm about to book with you. I'm Ray. Pour heart out because you just need clarity and fresh standing. Okay, babe. Once I get off live, I'll look at my email. And also too, just so y'all know, I offer Afterpay and Klarna too. Just because times is hard. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. My mom had our brother's family friend. Yeah. I would ask your mom about that, Chris, though, because I don't know who this was, but she was not letting it go. Hold on. Let me go up because oh shit, damn. I feel like I missed something. Now I'm getting oil in my eye. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to communicate. Okay, I already did that. Okay. Thanks. I can definitely incorporate spiritual baths. Yeah. I think that'll be good for you. Do I need to stand on letting go of my sister? It's like it's some jealousy, but I don't know why. Yeah. It feels like envy in a way, and it feels like a competition. And I don't know if you changing is causing her to be uncomfortable, or the way that you're doing things, or the way that things don't affect you the same way, or she's not able to reach you the same way, or something like that. That's what it feels like. But it honestly feel like you stirring up her own shit. It don't have nothing to do with you. Sister treats. It don't feel like it's got nothing to do with you, whatever that is. I do see a lot in my dreams. I definitely thought I was a keeper after your live the other day. Yeah, you might be both, but it feels like you're a dream walker. It feels like whatever work you do is in a dream world. Oh, yep, that's exactly it. I just got married. Okay. What's crazy is when you said that, like when I heard you just got married, the first thing that flashed in my head is, you remember when Tony Childs got married in Girlfriends, and Joan was having that whole fucking conniption, and she almost didn't want to go to the wedding because she wanted that for her. Like, that's what I was getting. Don't allow her to use me anymore. Yeah. It feels like your boundaries are different, or she can't reach you in the same way she was able to reach you before. Yeah, Chloe, back to you real quick. Yeah, it feels like you, whatever it is water. You're attached to water. It feels like you're a dream walker. But it also feels like you got star lineage, Chloe. Andromeda. Andromeda is what I'm hearing. So I don't know if you actually see in your head, but it feels like it's more like a gut type of reaction for you. More like stuff is happening in your gut. I don't know why I want to say it like that, but it feels like gut. Does that make sense, Chloe? Oh, yes, I needed that confirmation. Gut and seeing, okay. Yeah, I don't know why I feel like you got, yeah, I think you carry like 2 or 3 flames, my love. Oh, you a 2-4 like me. Okay, girl. I'm a generator. We would probably be the bestest. I love the generator projector combination. We work really well together. But it feels like you have 2 to 3 flames, Chloe, and that's not super rare, but it's one of the more rarer flames to have. Meaning that you were here to do a multitude of different things. Yeah, it feels like you're here to do a multitude of different things. Like, it's not only ancestral, it feels like, I feel like you clearing your ancestral line. That feels maternal. And I feel that there's a father wound too, and I don't know if that sets the stage for something, but there's some trauma there that you need to look at. The father side. Mom's side is, and I don't know why that feels like abandonment. Is dad still alive? I'm sorry to get in your business like that, but that's for you, Chloe. Is your dad still alive? Girl, ooh, child. Oh, your dad is, but you don't know his family. Aura. Y'all, the only reason why I got on live is because I really thought that I was going to harm my cat because she peed in my bed. And I said, let me go do something else before, oh my gosh, I would never touch her. I just want to be clear, I would never touch her. But did she be testing my gangster? Just go on, girl, go on. Child. Anyways, it feels like there's a dad wound that needs to be looked at. But it feels like ancestral. You're supposed to be clearing something on mom's side, and that there's some hidden codes on on mom's side that need to be activated through the abandonment from dad. It also feels like Andromeda. There's some star lineage there as well. I think whatever it is that you're supposed to do is important for the dream field. Mackenzie, I think you need to trust yourself. I think you need to trust your intuition, because I don't think that you're not getting the intuition. I think you ignoring it and you gaslighting yourself. I think you actually need to trust yourself. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're just not doing it. Latoya, all you do is got to drop a question for me, love. I'm sorry. I read your message a couple times, and I meant to say something. But yeah, just drop a question in the chat, love. Okay. Yes, I needed that confirmation. Okay. Hey, can you tell me how to get a reading, please? I'm taking questions in the chat, but if you want a one-on-one reading, you can do that through my website. My website is bigtaj.com, and it's Big Taj with 2 J's. I want to know what to do moving forward because I'm scared of what the guides are going to say. I think you need to listen to yourself. Stop betraying yourself. Because I think you keep betraying yourself. You know what to do, but then you talk yourself out of it, or you let somebody else talk you out of it. You get the intuition, but you say, nah, am I tripping? Nah, I'm probably just tripping. No, I need to be nice. No, I need to, like, I'm excited for the flame reading service. Me too. I'm actually really excited about that because I pick it up with ease. I just have to get comfortable with this new way that I'm reading. I just don't, like, I miss my, I get so uncomfortable when I can't feel, because I've been feeling my whole life. It's like literally like, you know how in the movies where they take away your powers? That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody took away my damn powers. If the powers are still there, it's just I gotta learn how to navigate them in a different way. Which is just like, damn, why? Everything was so good. Why would you go messing stuff up? Okay. Okay. He is my best friend, but not close to his family and don't know his father. But why do I feel abandonment with dad, though? I asked you, was he still alive? Because for some reason I felt like the abandonment was death. And the reason why I felt like the abandonment was death is because I did not feel like y'all were in separation. Like I did not feel like y'all wasn't close. And that's why I asked you, was he alive? Like, what's the abandonment? Was he not always there? Or did he leave the family? Or start a new family? Like, what's the abandonment? And if I'm too much in your business, just tell me not too much. I talk to him every day. Is he not my dad? No, I don't feel like that. I feel like, I don't know why I feel abandonment with dad, though. Did he disappoint you or something? Oh, the abandonment was with mom. My mom abandoned us. My dad raised me. Okay, so then I have that flipped. It feels like, no, it feels, the maternal feels like you clearing something on your maternal line. You're clearing something. Hold on, who is this? This is where is your dad's mom? Is your dad mom living or grandma? Oh, you don't know his family. You said that. No, she passed. Okay, that's who's talking to me. She making my ear hot. Okay. She kept on saying abandonment, abandonment, abandonment. And so I'm thinking dad abandoned because the person who's talking to me is on this side, on dad's side. But I didn't feel like y'all was in separation. I felt like I thought he had passed away. So, okay, that makes sense. It feels like the maternal line is what causes the circumstances for certain activations for you. It feels flipped. But I also feel like there's some ancestral healing from mom's line as well around inadequacy and a sense of belonging. Allowing yourself to make mistakes. No, this is a woman. This feels like your dad's mom. Allowing yourself to make mistakes. So it feels like ancestral healing that needs to come from mom's line. Mom's line set the standard for activation. Inadequacy, sense of belonging, allowing yourself to make mistakes. Those is what's got to be healed on mom's line. But okay, yeah. Then the abandonment is mom. That makes sense because this person is telling me about the abandonment, and so I assumed that it was dad. But that makes sense, my love. Are you keeping a dream journal? I feel like you need to track your dreams. And for some reason, I feel like you can walk in and out of people's dreams. You just got to learn how to not let your mind get in the way of your dreams. Sometimes, but I will start doing it often. Yeah, it feels like you need to pay more attention to the dreams. Maybe take some mugwort's tea or something like that. But it feels like you can walk in and out of dreams. And there's something with water that you came here to do. Okay, sorry y'all. Sometimes if I feel something and I don't understand why I feel it, I need a second to figure it out. Y'all ain't about to send me into psychosis. That's cute. Her name is Aura. Yes. That's about the only thing cute about her right now. She has the cutest little face though. Her dad was a Siamese cat and her mom was a tabby, like the black and gray. She was an alley cat. But so when I got her, her eyes was like a crystal blue, but the next day they turned yellow. And she's the scariest cat ever to exist on this planet. She's scared of her own damn shadow. And her job is just to test my gangster. I feel like that's her only job, is to test my gangster. Do I do work in the dream realm? I feel like I do, but I don't usually recall much. It actually does feel like you do work in the dream work, Diamond, but it feels like there's some interference, meaning like you need to put like a crystal grid or something around your bed. I don't know if you used to astral project or something when you were younger, but something feels like suppression. Do you smoke, Diamond? Yeah, that's the suppression, my love. It feels like you need to stop 6 hours before you go to sleep so that you can dream again. Because it feels like that's the suppression. That's what's suppressing the dreams. So I need you to... It's good as a person who has all the materials right here. If you want to get more tapped in, love, you're gonna have to pull back a little bit. Yeah, it's just because your body used to it. Your body kind of used to it, so your brain, you gotta kind of reprogram your brain a little bit. So I'll start setting your intention before you go to bed, and don't smoke you 6 hours before you go to bed, because it feels like whatever it was, I don't think you maybe don't do it anymore, but it felt like it was at a point of time. And it's affecting your ability to do what you got to do. Okay. So yeah, girl, that's what's going on. Been called to water lately, and Yemiya. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. You probably have Magdalene codes, or Isis codes, or Sarah codes, or Mara codes, something like that. Yeah. Hey, Big Red. Hey. Have anything for me, please? Do you have a question? Or something you want me to look at? I need a question. Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah, you need to stop doing that, girlfriend. Trust yourself. Everyone's question answers every question I can think of at the time. It's crazy. Oh, that's dope though. That's alignment, girl. You in the right room. Maybe this full message was for you, girl. Okay, that's the mom. Okay, I got that. How can I get a reading? You can just pop a question in the chat. I'll probably be on here for about 20 more minutes. Are you able to tell me what my dream means? You can drop it and I can look into it for you, but you're going to be the best interpreter of your dream because you actually having the experience. But you can drop it in the chat and I can see what I pick up. I just rolled. It's funny as hell. That's immediately what I heard when I stepped into your energy. I've had 2 dreams back to back of being shot. I have dreams like that all the time. A lot of those come from internal safety. You not feeling safe in the waking world. Is my son gifted too? Yes, it feels like y'all are a seer line, Chloe. This grandmother, is she on dad's side? Diamond? It actually feels like it's a couple women around you. And somebody wants you to garden, or I don't know if you're feeling the urge to buy plants or do something with plants. Hold on, let me scroll down. That's for you, Diamond. What's that for, Diamond? Hold on, what was I looking at? Oh, your grandmother. Is your grandmother on your dad's side, Diamond? Is this on your mom's side or your dad's side, Diamond? The first person that I pick up is coming through on dad's side. Is your dad's mom passed away? Or a great grandma? For some reason, I feel like she wants you to garden or something. Oh, okay. Yeah, your grandmother's on your mom's side or here too. They're very polite and sweet. Dad's grandma passed away. I work with herbs. Okay, yeah. It feels like somebody on dad's side feels like a grandma energy. So either, oh, maybe a great grandmother, but it feels like somebody is helping you with herbs or something, or wants you to do something with herbs on dad's side. But your grandmothers on your mom's side are very sweet. excited to be here. They kind of excited to be here. Were they religious or something? Like, it's almost like they didn't expect that they would be able to do this or something. Yeah, they were Christians. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And she said God is real. And to let you know that she is at peace. I don't know if that's oh, mom's side is hoodoo people. Okay. Got you. Yeah, it feels like you have a lot of women around you. These two are really sweet though. Or at least one of them is. One of their energy is like is making me want to smile. So yeah, you got a lot of women around you, Diamond. But there's that emphasis on the herbs or the plants or the something. I feel them. I just wanted to make sure my maternal grandmother was around. Yeah, she is. Hold on, let me go back. Are you able to tell what dreams mean when I'm being shot? I already answered that. Hey, Sexy Brown. May I please ask a question? Sure, Brooklyn. Is your mom here with you? Why she said she got a grandbaby? Sexy Brown. Is there a new grandbaby or something? She's saying something about her grandbaby. Your mom. Or does she want a grandbaby? Was she on you about a grandbaby? She keeps saying something about a grandbaby. Oh, she has a lot of grandchildren. Is there a new grandchild though? Like in the last couple months or something? Or one she didn't meet or something? She said something. She's talking about this grandbaby, so I just want to knock that out. It feels like she's around a grandbaby. There were going to be 3 before. There's going to be 3 before. Yeah, she passed before one of her great-grandchildren was gone. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, she's talking about the grandbabies. I feel like she hangs around the grandbabies. And she said you don't need her. I guess the babies need her. But I don't know if you were talking to her on Mother's Day or something. She said she shows up, like she can hear you. And I don't know if you got a sister or something. I don't know why it feels like an older sister or something. I don't know why she makes me feel like somebody needs her more than you do. Like silent battles or silent struggles are going on. Is your older sister okay? Mentally? I don't know why I feel like there's a struggle there or there's something going on that's not being said. Something feels stressed in that energy. Yeah, she's fine. Do y'all talk often? Would she tell you? Oh, I know she's having a lot of stress right now with one of her sons that got in trouble with the law. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it feels like she's around her, helping her right now. Yeah, because it feels like stress. It feels like a lot of stress. Oh, and that's probably why she was saying her grandbaby. But that don't mean that she don't love you, my love. It feels like she comes when you talk. Like she comes when you need her. But I just think there's a worry that's going on that she's trying to help with right now. Oh, okay, and that makes sense why she's saying like after she passed there were kids. Okay. So that son got in trouble with the law. He has 2 children since she passed away. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, it feels like she's around her a lot more than she's around you right now. Because it feels like something is going on. Like there's some stress. But I don't know why I feel like you need her though. In some capacity. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got to say about that, my love. Hold on. Who asked me? Brooklyn, did you put your question in here? Because I'll probably make you my last one. And I thought about like putting like one question readings on my website at like a lower price than what my general readings are. How do y'all feel about that? I'm missing her deeply. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if y'all were worried about her being in pain or something, but it feels like she is doing good on the other side. She's trying to help where she can. I don't know if she passed. I don't know why I keep hearing 5. So was it 5 years ago or something where she passed, or she passed on the 5th or 5? I don't know why I keep hearing 5. Oh, 5 years ago. Okay. Or are you saying yes to the 5 years, or are you saying yes to the worried about if she was in pain? Oh, 4 years on July. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing 5. But okay, that's good. Or how many of y'all are there? How many kids do mom got? The 3, 5. Oh, 3 of us. Okay. That's what I thought. Because when I said how many kids did she got, I heard 3. All right. I don't know where the 5 is coming in then. Let me go up and see if I missed anything. And then I'm probably about to hop my ass up off of here. I love y'all though. Okay. Brooklyn didn't put her question. Okay, girl. Well, unless she put it and it went to the filtered messages. Do you recommend any heart chakra opening videos to watch? Yeah, so I listen to Meditative Mind. And I also listen to, is it called Sound Vibration? Hold on. There's a guy who has like a, because I focus on the high heart, which a lot of people don't know about the high heart, but there's a guy called Chakra Vibrations, and he does sound bowls. He has a heart meditation that focuses on the thymus. The thymus gland, that's your high heart. chakra, and high heart consciousness is coming back right now. So that would be a good thing to do, and that's probably why you feel a need to do that right now. Okay. All right, so I love y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Yeah. All right, bye.